Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing well. Today we will revise chapter 3, energy. So in that chapter you know that for you start that energy you have to know what is work done. So work is said to be done when a force is applied on an object and the object gets displaced in the direction of the applied force. So for this, work is said to be done only when for that actually three necessary condition is required. First of all, there is a force, and that force is when the force is applied on an object, that object should be displaced in the direction of the applied force. So when the two condition will satisfy, then we can say that the work is said to be done there. So when we do some work, so we need some energy, because without energy we can't do any work. So that actually from that we can understand that work and energy both are related to each other. That all human beings, they get energy from their food. So that energy, what is energy? So energy is the ability or capacity to do work. So from the definition of the energy, we can understand that energy and work both are related to each other. So let's start that inner parts of this chapter. What is it? So actually in my already on that chapter I made a separate video, but today I will discuss the whole chapter. What is the important things in this chapter and what type of question will come in your exam, those things today I will discuss in this video. Okay, so what is the relationship between work and energy? So what is the definition of work done, that we know. What is the definition of energy, we know. So that work done is the when a force is applied on an object and the object gets displaced in the direction of the applied force, that time we can say that work is said to be done. And energy is the ability or capacity to do work. And work done and energy both are related to each other. For example, you must have experienced that the more you ride on a bicycle or more you run all around the playground, so that time you feel more tired. What is the reason behind of this? The reason is that a lot of energy has been spent in during work by you. Thus, to do more amount of work, you need more amount of energy. Hence, we can say that there is a direct relationship between work and energy. Similarly, the work done on a body in changing its state is said to be the energy possessed by the body. So now you can understand that work done and energy both are related to each other. Okay. So now is that next part of this chapter is that what is that unit of energy, because you know that unit is very much important. So what is the unit of energy? The SI unit of energy is joule. So we use that unit joule in SI unit. The SI unit of energy is joule. Okay, and 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule. So that is that energy, because calorie is that unit of heat energy, and SI unit of energy is joule. So what the relationship between calorie and joule is that 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule, or you can say 4.186 joule. Okay, next is that things is that what is the different forms of energy. So in nature we find energy in various forms such as mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, chemical energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, electrical energy, and nuclear energy. So that we find that energy is in different forms in our nature. That first of all is that mechanical energy. Okay, so there are many forms. That one of the forms is the mechanical. This is the forms of energy. Okay, So that mechanical energy, what is the mechanical energy? The energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest or state of motion is called mechanical energy. So the energy possessed by a body due to its rest or due to its state of motion is called the mechanical energy. And mechanical energy is also that there is found in two types or two forms. One is that potential energy, and another one is the kinetic energy. Potential energy, so it is also we find the mechanical energy in two forms. One is the potential energy, and then another is the kinetic energy. So the potential energy, what is it? Because we know that in mechanical energy, the definition of a mechanical energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest. So state of rest means that potential energy, and state of motion means actually the kinetic energy. So this is actually the energy stored in a body, and this is the energy work in action, means the energy is in action, means the kinetic energy. So this is a forms of this is a potential energy, means that energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest, or this is actually that energy possessed by a body due to its motion. So this is actually the stored energy, and this energy is the energy in action. Okay. So the other forms of energy is the other forms of energy is, first of all is heat energy, then light energy, then chemical energy, then sound energy, then magnetic energy, and the last one is nuclear energy. So one thing actually I forgot to tell you. So that another thing is that what is that expression of kinetic energy? The expression of the kinetic energy is half of mv square. So m is the mass of the mass of an object, and v is the velocity of an object. So the kinetic energy is actually the depends on the mass of an object and the velocity of an object, that whatever object is given. Okay, so there's two parameters that kinetic energy depends on. And potential energy, actually the expression is that mgh. So that is actually depends on that mass of an object, and the acceleration due to gravity. The small g actually the small g actually that's notified the acceleration due to gravity, and h is actually the height from the reference level. So what is that height that object is placed from the reference level? So that distance actually is considered as h. Okay, so these three parameters the potential energy depends on. So the other forms of energy is so mechanical energy is the one of the forms. The other forms of energy is the height energy, light energy, chemical energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, and nuclear energy. So here actually that we know that the energy, the one of the forms is the mechanical energy, and mechanical energy is also is found in two forms, namely is potential energy and another is the kinetic energy. But here actually the potential energy is also is divided in two forms. That actually the potential energy can be divided into two forms. The one is that gravitational potential energy, gravitational potential, in shorthand I'm writing PE, so it means potential energy, and the another one is the elastic potential energy. So what is the gravitational potential energy? So gravitational potential energy, the energy possessed by a body due to its raised position, is called actually the gravitational potential energy. And elastic potential energy means the energy that gets stored in it due to its compressed stress or bent of a body actually. So that possessed by a stress, compressed or bent body. Okay, so this energy is called the elastic energy. And gravitational potential energy, the energy possessed by a body due to its raised position. Okay, so now is that we will see that what is the other forms of, what is the definition of the other forms of energy. So what is the heat energy? The energy released when we burn anything like coal, oil, wood or gas is called heat energy. So steam possesses heat energy and it is capable to do work. It is our common experience, so that if we heat some water in a kettle with a lid on it, so what you will notice? So we notice that as the water begins to boil, the steam makes the lid to lift up. This is why this is actually the heat energy of the steam which moves the lid up. So actually the heat energy of the steam which actually that moves the lid up. So now is the what is light energy? So light is actually the form of energy, but in the presence of light the other things can be visible. So we do not feel light energy because the ordinary light does not move the object around us. So but in a strong beam of light can move small particles like electrons. We have read in class 6. So in class 6 already you know that what is the property of a light. So light actually travels in a straight line path. So that is the rectilinear propagation of light, and it's casts a shadow of opaque object. So you know that transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So it actually casts the shadows of opaque object because the opaque object does not allow the light pass through it. And the plants convert light energy into chemical energy, means the food, by the process of the photosynthesis. So the plants, how they converted that light energy into chemical energy? By the process of photosynthesis. So next form of energy is chemical energy. So what is chemical energy? The energy possessed by fuels such as coal, oil, gas, etc. is called chemical energy. The chemical energy of petrol or diesel is capable to move a car or a truck or any other vehicles. The food that we eat possesses chemical energy and makes us do work. So how do you know that work done is related to energy and that we get energy from our food? So that energy help us to do our work. So how they are related to each other, now I hope you understood. So next form of energy is the sound energy. Sound energy is a vibrating body possesses sound energy. So when sound produced by a vibrating body reaches our ear membrane, it begins to vibrate and we hear the sound of the vibrating body. So when it reaches our ear membrane, so it begins to vibrate. So it's that membrane is actually that's vibrating. So now that time we hear the sound of the vibrating body. So we can hear sound when the number of vibration per second are in the range of 20 to 20,000. Actually that you will learn that things in higher classes, that is actually the what is the range of that sound that we that actually help us to hear, and how, what is the range. So that range actually that 20 to 20,000. On the other hand, the some animals like bat can hear sound of vibration per second above 20,000. Okay, so that example is a tuning fork when struck gently on it, then it's also vibrates and then we can hear it. So that is actually the example of a sound energy. Next is the magnetic. So the magnet, actually that's energy is stored in it, so that is actually the magnetic energy. And that actually the magnets can attract an iron, nickel, cobalt and their alloys. So those are the magnetic materials because they are attracted by a magnet. And a magnet, and also if you place that magnetic materials in a certain distance, they can attracted by a magnet, and the force exerted by the magnets makes the nail to move towards the magnet. So that is actually because of that magnetic energy. And magnetic motor, which is used to run a fan or other machines, is also provided with a magnet. So since a magnet can move iron particles, so when suppose that iron particle is someone's goes through in their eye, so we use the magnet to move remove from that eye that iron particles, because the property of the magnet is always attract the magnetic material, and iron is that magnetic material because they are attracted by a magnet. So that others magnetic materials is iron, nickel, cobalt and their alloys. And we use that magnet to find out the magnetic material from the scrap to separate from the heap of the waste material by using big electromagnet fixed in the crane. So how that you use that electromagnet by using and we can separate that magnetic material from the scrap. Okay. So next is that next is the, so actually I forgot to write down the electrical energy. Yes, that electrical energy. So what is electrical energy? So when two bodies are rubbed together, they get charged and gain electrical energy. A comb, when you rubbed on a dry hair, can attract small beads of paper and cause them to move towards the comb. Okay, so that is the electrical energy. And nuclear energy means what the energy stored in a nucleus, that is actually the nuclear energy, or in atoms. So the energy stored in atoms is called the atomic energy or nuclear energy. And that is when that two atoms are combined together, or that when they are separate together, that time whatever energy is released, that is actually the nuclear energy. So these are the forms of energy. And that potential energy are of two types: the gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy. Gravitational potential energy is that energy possessed due to its rest position, and that elastic potential energy, that energy that gets stored in it when that body is stressed, compressed or bent. Okay, so these are that forms of energy and the types of mechanical energy and potential energy. And what is the expression of the mathematical expression of the kinetic energy is half of mv squares. And that energy is depends, so kinetic energy depends on the mass and as well as the velocity. And potential energy depends on the three things: is mass, acceleration due to gravity, and the height of that object where it is placed from the reference level, the distance actually is it. So those things actually that is in this chapter. And the next important things is that what is the law of conservation of energy. So the law of conservation of energy says that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. So example, I told you that in a roller coaster, so actually the mechanical energy actually means the total energy, means the potential energy plus kinetic energy. So that is actually the total mechanical energy. So we as that law of conservation of energy states that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, it only transforms from one form to the another form. So when a body falls from a certain height, its potential energy is gradually changes into kinetic energy. but total energy is always it is conserved. So at any point if you consider the what is the total energy, you can find out it's all time is same. So it means that only the energy is transformed from to another form. Okay, and in a roller coaster also the sum of the potential energy and kinetic energy of the car at any point is always constant, and the total energy is always conserved. So when the car is at the top of the coaster, so that time the maximum potential energy, and when the car is in bottom of the coaster, that time it has a maximum kinetic energy. So ultimate that at any point the total energy means the potential energy plus kinetic energy is always constant. So that means the total energy is always conserved. So actually it satisfies the law of conservation of energy. Okay, so these are the important parts of this chapter. And one thing I want to tell you, so as I told you that potential energy is means that energy means that stored energy, the forms of stored energy, or you can say it is a potential energy. So mechanical energy, actually we can find mechanical energy in two forms. One is the potential energy and another is the kinetic energy. And mechanical energy is that sum of potential energy and plus sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. And potential energy is that forms of the stored energy. So as I told you that chemical energy, this is actually stored in a body, so it is actually that potential energy. So this is a one type of potential energy. So I'm writing here, this is a one type of potential energy, chemical energy, because the energy stored in the bonds of atoms or molecules or in matter. So it is a potential energy. Magnetic energy, so because the energy is stored in a magnet, so magnetic energy is a one kind of potential energy. Nuclear energy, because the energy stored in a nucleus, so nuclear energy is also a potential energy. Okay, because the energy stored in the nucleus of the atom. And magnetic energy, the energy stored in a magnet. And chemical energy, the energy stored in the bonds of the atoms or molecules or in a matter. So these three are the potential energy. Let's check that what is the kinetic energy. So kinetic actually this energy is energy possessed by a body due to its motion, state of motion. So it is we can say that this is the forms of the energy in action. So forms of energy in action, or you can say it is the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is the light energy. By ordinary light we can see that movement of this electrons. So but in that the beam of light we can find out that how they moves the electrons. So light energy is a or you can say it is a photon actually. So in that light energy is one kind of kinetic energy. And heat energy, so it is a vibration of atoms or molecules within the matter. So it is actually the kinetic energy. Heat energy is a kinetic energy. Sound energy is produced by the vibrating body, so it is one kind of kinetic energy. Electrical energy, so that actually the movement of electrical charges, so it is also a kinetic energy. Okay, so that things actually not in your book, but you have to know what types of sound energy is what type of energy, light energy is what type of energy, heat energy is what type of energy. So those things you have to know. And now we come to that what type of question will come in your exam. So in this chapter actually the most important things is that that definitions means what is mechanical energy, what is kinetic energy, heat energy, sound energy, chemical energy, magnetic energy, nuclear energy. So definition is very important. And also when you write the definition, is if that example is not in mentioned in the question, means that define this, or maybe what do you understand chemical energy. So that type of question you write down the example. Okay, so if you do not write any example, so you means your answer is not appropriate. So you must and your marks will be deducted. So you keep in your mind one thing, when you write any definition you try to give at least one example. And the other forms of question is that suppose the example is given like that So cooking or keeping ourselves warm. So what type of energy is used? So heat energy used for cooking and keeping ourselves warm. So that type of example. So suppose the example is given, so you have to find out what type of energy is it, or that energy produced by a vibrating body. So what type of energy is it? So you have to write down this is a sound energy. Okay, and that of course the law of conservation of energy. So that statement is very important. And that or maybe that you explain that how that energy is conserved, total energy is conserved over there. So you give one example. If the example is already mentioned, so like that give the roller coaster example and prove it how the total energy is conserved. So that type of question will come in your exam. Also inside of that book is if fill in the blanks type of question will come, true false, choose the correct option, or picture based question. Suppose picture based already is one question is given in your book, you see this type of question. Suppose the picture is given and you have to find out the words that forms of energy is possessed by the body is given in the following pictures. Okay, so picture based question will come, match the columns, true false, fill in the blanks, choose the correct option. And short type question already I told you the definition or that statement of the law of conservation of energy. And suppose the example is given, you have to find out what the forms of energy is it. And so those things is very very important in this chapter. So you please read properly and you practice it. Okay, and next day I will start the new chapter light. So I will start this chapter, and that last day your revision test question paper I will provide you in a study material. You please check over there your how many questions answer you have written right or wrong. You please check and read properly, and next day I will start the new chapter light. And today also I will provide you one question paper related this chapter energy. Okay, so thank you student, hope you understand. Take care, bye, have a good day.